Welcome back, everyone, to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame. Are you ready for the final battle with Astinia Nidhogg? Because that is definitely what it's time for, and it's going to be exciting. Also, that's why I'm dressed more in armor and ready for battle, and looking good, if I do say so myself. Anyway, y'all ready? I pray we're not too late. Emmerich is desperate to fly to Ishgard's defense. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. Know you, then, what this roar portendeth?
I must return to my city without delay.
Then we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. Yay, we get another dragon ride.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. Ugh. We must hold!
Reinforcements! By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg.
Commander!
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Wherefore standest thou with these vermin, brother? Abandon this war, Shade. The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal, and seek now to make amends with our kind. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten. But reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsake thy vengeance, and be at peace. What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits. Mayhap her cloying perfume hath made thee forget the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. Thou darest speak thus of my beloved? Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I feared thy heart's fire had long since gone out. But waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. I feel like I'm in the middle of this. I'm gonna go stand over here. Thou art weak, Hraesvelgr, a slithering worm who fawneth on the vermin who should rightly be his prey. For 1,000 years have I fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me. Glory not in thy victory, Shade. The battle is not yet won. My power and my hope have I entrusted to another. Thine eye, what hast thou done? Fool, thou wouldst trust a mortal with thy strength. I know thee. 'Twas thou who did intrude upon my lair, and best the half of me. But now I am whole, and naught in creation shall deny me my vengeance. And now we have a fight. I am going to need 7 friends for this one. Let me gather them. There we go. Got us a fighting team. Our tanks will be Henri and Kalinia. Our healers will be Selena and Ellis. And joining me for damage will be Rook, Ilune, and Deltia. Happy to have you all here with me for this very good fight with very good music. Let's go in. Not that one. Here we go. Imbued with Hraesvelgr's last sliver of hope, you stand at the forefront of your allies as the last bastion against the raging shade of Nidhogg. Have you the resolve to conquer the great worm at the height of his power, or will Ishgard perish in fire and ruin? Here on the battle-stricken steps of faith, your deeds shall decide how the final verse of a 1,000-year dirge of grief and vengeance will be sung. Very good. Let's go. And here we go. We're ready for battle against Nidhogg. A somewhat difficult fight, but a very good one. Wriggling maggots, I shall grind you to paste in my jaws. Lots of mechanics, lots of danger puddles, most of them fairly self-explanatory. Don't stand in those, for instance. Don't stand in that. Tank is keeping all the fire pointed that way. Or at least all the avoidable fire. Oop. Look out. Okay. Hello. Come, my children. claim the vengeance that's rightfully yours. So now we have 3 different dragons, which we should try to... I can't remember if we should try to keep these mostly separate. I don't think we really can. We've only got 2 tanks on us. So let's just try to burn them down as fast as we can. Take him out. Oh, that's right. This one's big swipes and attacks aren't really telegraphed by a danger puddle. It's just you read their animation. Big forward swipe, look out. Look out. There we go. Ah. Look upon the fool who dared embrace my power. Witness the darkened wings that beat about his shriveled soul. Champions of man, hearken to my fury. Thy final verse is sung. It's a pretty cool look. Thou hast survived my song. Curse thee in thine eye, race vulgar. Don't stand in front of that. That is a Dragoon move in Gerskogel, which is cool. Seeing a combination of dragon attacks and Dragoon attacks thrown together here. Uh-oh. Spread those out. And also stand away from that and that. Best you can. Ow. Just love hearing all these leitmotifs brought in. Yep. Doing okay. Yep. Nope, 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 nope. Kind of just jamming to the music here, but also trying to pay attention. Brood brother, thou hast doomed me. And if I must meet my end, then all shall burn upon my pyre. Spicy dragon. Whoop. Stack up for that one, and stay stacked up for that one, because the attacks are going to keep coming. Whew. That one tricks a lot of people, because usually most stack markers like that just have one attack and then you're fine. But that one just keeps on hitting you a lot. Oop. Yep. Really great climactic fight, though. I've almost got it. Yeah. Yay, we did it. Thank you all very, very much. Yes, there is another deserving of sparkles this day. Thank all of you very much for joining today, and for helping me with the fight. Y'all did great, and looked great. You always do. Alright. I don't suppose I can interact with... no. It was worth a try. Anyway, thank you all so very, very much for helping with this fight, and for all the other ones you've helped with so far. I look forward to joining you for more in the future. But for right now, I gotta get back to story.
Estinian!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
This is not your hand, worm!
Thou wilt obey.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! Waste your time! Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Undone by mortal will. Wither now.
Soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a final plea to her king.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope, by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelgr. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, children of man.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelgr did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Ah, many a scene to be seen today. Through the haze of pain, I swear I sensed... But no, the past is done. We must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul soul, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. I hope that as well. Alphino seems distracted. Your battle with Nidhogg's Shade will beget many an epic tale, Derman. Epic ballad, rather. And rightly so. It was without a doubt one of your more epochal victories, though I must admit I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And not only for And not only for your own sake. Had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinian's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of his condition. Yes, let's go check up. So, what's the news? Let us speak with Lucia. She'll know how Estinian fares. Okay. Derman, Master Alphino, my honored friends. As if winning Hraesvelgr to our cause... Boy, reading just suddenly stopped for me. To our cause were not enough. You took it upon yourselves to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Derman and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's Shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of our Hospitalier captain. I'm told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient, and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely... Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinian's bedside, and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I've satisfied your concerns, I believe Sir Edmond and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Dermot. 'Twould seem that we are awaited at Forton Manor. Oh, he's so worried. Pray call upon Lord Edmond. I gather Forton Manor holds its breath for your return. Yeah, probably. Let's go. Forton Manor, I've arrived! Welcome, Master Durrami. Shall I show you inside the manor? Please.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
Dang. Scathing.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our Master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
That is a great idea. Let's go do that! Hey guys, we're back. Can you let us in this time? To see Estinian? Please. Alphino is so worried. Dermot, my friend. What can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphino. Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinian's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Hraesvelga's trial and all that followed. Estinian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. I agree. He's lucky to have us. Emmerich appears lost in nostalgia. My own friendship with Estinian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinian barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind, Revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Estinian, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly... Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Is he... Then tell them I'm on my way. Oh, let's check in. Quick. Quickly, Derman, we must go to him. Here we go. Upon proceeding to the infirmary, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Settle in, everyone.
Estinian!
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. 'Tis an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
Likewise, Azure Dragoon number 2.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. "'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age. Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
From the Memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortin, Heavensward. And there we are, just about done with that last 3.3 quest. Just about done, but not quite. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending his way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Derman. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as a temporary head of state than I'm burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? But these are questions for me to answer. It is not in man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path with which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Estinian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Dermot. And please, convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino. I will. In fact, why don't I go do that right now? Alphino, I bring a message. Well wishes. Let me in. There you are. Also Tataru. You saved the day again, Derman. Not that I ever doubted you would. You spoke with Sir Emmerich. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the detritus of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet though her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ascian machinations, and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. Indeed. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. Oh, I forgot that happened. That's nice. Thank you, Blenhairs. Nay, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected, then. Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. This way. Well now. Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part, and we will play ours. And thus did grey mists give way to azure skies, man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song. But beneath shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. And with that, 3.3 is concluded, and many of Heavensward's stories kind of tied up with a bow. Not completely. Certainly not completely. And not for a long time. But it is at this point where the patch stories are gonna start shifting a bit more toward putting pieces into place for the next expansion, Stormblood, and that is very exciting for me. Now next time, we're not gonna launch right into the 3.4 patch stories. We've got, I think, a fitting little tiny, very short diversion. Maybe two of them. Maybe two, depends on how I feel. Tiny little diversions before we get started with 3.4, but lots to look forward to in any case. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today, because it was quite a lot. And I'll see you Friday for some more. Take care, all of you, and goodbye!